blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Attack, attack! 25, check 25, check 25! Motion, 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 motion! Mike 50, Mike 50. 15. Let's get in that holes. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Come on, baby. Okay.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school. Attack, attack! 59, 50.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 79 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Color. 50, yellow.
Wahoo! H3218.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And they're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Williams to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready, you're going to be tested all night by this team.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, 43, 15.
4 down.
Shift, watch the shift.
Mike's 50. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Hey, ribble it.
Let's bring it.
On 1st down, Hines And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Rodgers. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Frank Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Mike's 50, Charlie.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's just me and you. Mike, 15. Smoke. You better bring it. You better bring it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this, and that's caught inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Get him, you got it. 50's the mic.
And again, it's Mahomes. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now it's Mahomes again. This is caught. Watkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Situation, let's go. Let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42. Bravo. Let's go, let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42. Hey, 43. Field. Mike 42. I 7, let's go. Here we go.
Now here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is Jones. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, there was no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stall down here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Hey, Mike 50. Mike 50. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 60 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Twist, 43. Pump. Mike's 42.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Hines on the toss play. this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Not that time for Watkins, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
43, 15. 5. 42, Mike 42. Here it comes, Mike 42, Mike 42. Come on, D. 42's the Mike, boys, 42. 42's the Mike. 15. Target.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers flush to his right. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Williams. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Rodgers going to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And
it got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Attack! 42, go! Rip left, rip left!
Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Setting aside the matchup of Mahomes and Rodgers for a minute, this game is one of the NFL 100 Series bouts that they're having this season. And we saw the Packers in this game last week when they faced the Raiders, their opponent in Super Bowl II. This week it's the Chiefs, their opponent. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction.
And that's caught inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Let's go, baby. I'm coming after you.
Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. Back north. Press him. Inside. Hey, seam 6.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bravo. Everyone's got 4.
To throw again. Rodgers. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's got his man here. It's Green. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Rodgers now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Escaping the pressure right. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Jump out!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Anthony Everett picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, 57, 57. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go.
Yellow.
Swap. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Check pass, check pass. Here we go, 50.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, the return is Williams. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. It doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Green. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Let go.
First down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On the delay, Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Rodgers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. To throw, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Hey, Ripley. Bravo! What we got? Hey,
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That's caught left side by Hardman. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a big one of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Sunday. I'm here all day.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2.
50's the mark. Collect. 50's the mark. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, huh?
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Kansas City, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.